They kick the extra points.
Kick the extra point or go for two. Again, Maher's been great on field goals. The extra points have been awful. I got to believe they would go for two.
Cowboys started their own 18, 1st and 10. Prescott in the gun, 2 receivers left, single man right. Here's the snap, Dak back, looks, throws right side, almost intercepted. Dre Greenlaw had it right in his hands. If he hangs on, he's in the end zone for 6. Instead, it is incomplete. 2nd down and 10. That was almost the game.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention Dallas has to go all the way down and get a touchdown, and that ain't going to get it right there. Wow, that was a bad throw, and Greenlaw's got to be sick with himself. He had 6 right there.
Prescott already with 2 picks in the game. 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers left, single man right. Prescott in the gun, Elliott to his right. Dak lifts his left leg twice. Wants the shotgun snap. He's got it back to pass. 4-man rush. Prescott looking left, looks right, throws down the right side. Incomplete. Trying to find Michael Gallup. He was down around the 49ers 40. Charvarius Ward was in coverage. Gallup with a leaping attempt. Couldn't bring it down. Prescott had to throw off his back foot with the pocket collapsing. It'll be 3rd and 10.
He did have time. It was a long route. That ball needed to stay to the inside, Ryan. It needed to stay to where the hash marks are to give him a shot, but it went behind him.
Nick Bosa was collapsing that pocket around Dak. 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap, Prescott back to pass, steps up, looking, moving left, hit from behind, almost fumbled, but he hangs onto the ball. He goes down at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 10, punt team coming out. Clock is running right now, 2:36 remaining. Prescott trying to step up in the pocket, but he got taken down from behind by Ebukam, who was having a heck of a game. He blocked the extra point earlier.
Boy, the 49ers' last 2 drives have taken up so much time. I'm actually a little surprised Dallas is punting here.
And the clock running. Anchor will punt it away. High spiraling kick. McLeod moving to his left, signals for a fair catch and makes the catch at around the 27, maybe the 26, with 2:05 to go. It is a 55-yard punt, no return. So here's where we're at. The Cowboys essentially have 4 timeouts left with a 2-minute warning. They trailed 19-12, 2:05 to go. Can the 49ers run the ball the way they have in the second half and run their way to the NFC title game?
Well, listen, their last 2 drives for the 49ers was 23 plays and almost 14 minutes. So I know it would have been the season if they didn't make it on 4th and 10. Now you're putting it all on the defense, which has played pretty well this game. Last couple series, not so much. They've been getting run on and leaned on, and that's exactly what this offense is going to do right now.
Last 2 49er drives, 23 plays, 155 yards, almost 14 minutes taken off the clock. Purdy will line up in the shotgun. He's got McCaffrey to his right. 2 receivers right. Juszczyk is in the slot. Samuel single man to the left. Kittle goes in motion from right to left. Purdy gets the snap. He's going to pass. Looks, fires over the middle. Caught by Kittle. Across the 35. Over the 40. Up to the 42-yard line. On 1st down, the 49ers throw, and Kittle picks up 16. We have reached the 2-minute warning with the score. The 49ers 19, the Cowboys 12. You're listening to the NFL playoffs on Westwood 1.
Monster.com helps you tackle the job search and make your next career move.
Presented by Verizon is headed back to Vegas, and tickets start as low as $35. Sunday, February 5th, 12 p.m. Pacific Time at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Visit ProBowl.com/tickets to buy your tickets today. 1:58 remaining, 49ers 19, Cowboys 12. And Mike, how about the first down play call by Kyle Shanahan, with all of us thinking 49ers hand the ball off, run for 3 or 4 yards, takes it down to the 2-minute warning? No, they throw to George Kittle and get 16.
We just gave the stat almost 14 minutes in the last 2 drives, and most of that running the ball. And I'm sure Dallas thought the same thing, that they're going to run the ball, so they're going to play a little tight to the line, and that always gives your quarterback a little more room to go ahead and drill one in, which is exactly what he did.
Cowboys have 3 timeouts remaining, 1:58 on the clock. 19-12 San Francisco. They have it at their own 42. Ball is on the far side, left hash. Purdy is in the gun with Mitchell to his left. Receivers left and right, wings to either side. Purdy takes the snap. Handoff Mitchell along the left hash. And Mitchell works his way forward for a yard, maybe 2. Cowboys will call timeout with 1:53 on the clock. It'll be 2nd down coming up. Odigizua closing things down in the middle. Along with Mike Golick and Ed Werder, I'm Ryan Radke here on Westwood One. You're listening to the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax.
A lot of times in these situations, Ryan, we'll see the offensive team, the team leading, just run the ball 3 times, make the other team burn their timeouts. Kyle Shanahan, I'm not so sure that he's going to run it 3 times, that he may try and throw it, be on this down or 3rd down and try and get that 1st down and effectively end the game.
I'll tell you what that 1st down completion did, though, to Kittle, Mike, is if the 49ers do want to run it 2 more times here, they've in a spot where Wisnowski can now punt the ball down to about the 10-yard line and make the Cowboys go 90 yards with no timeouts. Gain of 1 on that run by Mitchell. 2nd and 9 from the 43. Purdy walks up under center. 2 receivers to the left. Ayuk single man to the right. Now Juszczyk in motion from left to right. Stops, comes back into the backfield, lines up as the fullback. Kittle motions from left to right. Purdy barks out the signals, has the snap, toss play. Mitchell running right, looking for a block outside the numbers. 45, across the 50, 45 to the 40, knocked out of bounds with 1:47 to go. Elijah Mitchell on the toss, takes it off the right side, and that may be the run that sends the 49ers to Philadelphia. A 15-yard pickup, 1st and 10, San Francisco.
Oh, what an excellent job of blocking. He gets to the outside and turn it up. Now, I'll play a little bit of coach here, and this is what they do in the film session. Stay in bounds. Make Dallas burn another timeout by staying in bounds. Just either turn in bounds or hit the deck in bounds and make them burn a timeout. But I'm just being a little critical here. That's the coach in me.
They mark it at the Cowboys 44, 1st and 10. Purdy under center. Mitchell is the single back. Jennings lone wide receiver to the left. Purdy takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Mitchell straight ahead, covers up that football. Cowboys yanking, ripping, trying to get it out. Gain of a yard. Dallas takes time. 1:41 to go. And the Cowboys with 1 timeout remaining. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Boy, what a time for a great run. And we were so impressed with Dallas and what they had done against the run of San Francisco in the first half. But, Ed pointed it out, on the sideline with his report that maybe it's just wearing on Dallas a little bit. They lost 1 D lineman during the game and just slightly over time being worn down. With the run, with constantly being leaned on and leaned on. And then once an offensive team gets a little more success, that just breeds more success and it kind of wears you thin a little bit.
49ers over 100 yards rushing in the game. Remember, the first half, they could not run at all. But here in the second half, they have kicked it into high gear. 1 timeout remaining for the Cowboys now. 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line. Ball is on the near side right hash.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, the 49ers would love to run this one out. Purdy lines up under center. Mitchell is the single back. 2 receivers stacked left, single man right. Samuel goes in motion from left to right. Purdy has the snap. He will hand it off to Mitchell straight ahead. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys will take their final timeout with 1:37 to go. No gain on the play. 3rd down coming up. The Cowboys can no longer stop the clock. Don't forget the next weekend, Westwood One brings you Championship Sunday. First up, the NFC title game. The winner of this game in Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Then it's the AFC Championship. The Cincinnati Bengals will be at Arrowhead to face the Chiefs. Doubleheader coverage begins at 2 p.m. Eastern on most of these same stations. Log on to WestwoodOneSports.com for more details or to listen to the live stream for free. If it's the NFL playoffs, it's on Westwood One.
So, 1st down here, should they try and go for with a passer? Maybe they'll get it with another outside run. That's the ball game. If not, if they don't make it and the clock is running, then you're looking at Dallas getting the ball with probably a little, under 50 seconds to go in that area there.
I think if you're the 49ers here, you have to run. And at least just run that time off the clock. And you have Wisnowski, who was really good. I mean, he's a guy that lives off his ability to positionally punt. Purdy's going to line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. McCaffrey is in there, lined up to Purdy's right, and now he motions out of the backfield to the left side, trips to that side. Purdy takes the snap, quick throw, left side, caught by McCaffrey, looking for room to run, can't find anybody, brought down around the line, maybe a loss of a yard. Cowboys cannot stop the clock. It shows 1:25 right now, 34 on the play clock. So essentially that is a running play. You do run the risk if that ball is dropped.
Right, stopping the clock.
But you put your trust in McCaffrey, who hangs on, doesn't get anything out of it, but that doesn't matter right now. And the 49ers right now still have the offense out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to punt the ball. It's just a matter of they'll let the play clock either run all the way down, take the 5-yard penalty, or call a timeout of their own. They might as well, I would just take the penalty, move it back 5.
And clock running, 4 on the play clock, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, and it hits 0. 51 seconds on the game clock. And now the offense will jog off.
Penalty, still 4th down.
So it is that delay of game, which the Cowboys, if they wanted to, could decline, but
now
here comes Wisnowski of the punt team.
The former glass installer in Australia.
That's right.
How about that? Soccer and rugby. One of the many punters we have in this league from Australia.
Wisnowski signed a 4-year extension this year. And again, you look at just his numbers, and they're not great, just raw numbers, but he's a guy they like because he puts the ball inside the 20-yard line, inside the 10. Doesn't get a whole lot of punts returned. Back in punt formation, Cavante Turpin waiting inside the 10. We'll see if the Cowboys come after Wisnowski here. Here comes the snap. Wisnowski has it, gets the punt away. End over end, Turpin moving to his right, signals fair catch, backs up. He's got it around the 7 with 45 seconds to go. So Wisnowski did his job, got that punt off, 43-yard kick, no return, and now the Dallas Cowboys season comes down to this. No timeouts remaining. 45 seconds on the clock. They need a touchdown and an extra point to keep their season alive.
Well, I mean, we know where the ball has to go. Obviously, they can still run plays within the field. They just have to get to the line and either kill or get another play off quickly.
Cowboys 94 yards away at the 6-yard line. 1st and 10, Prescott in the shotgun. Elliott to his left. 3 receivers right, single man left. Prescott gets the shotgun snap back against the 4-man rush. Rolling to his right. Here comes the pressure. Prescott hit, bounces off, throws to the sideline, knocked down, incomplete. Prescott got hit in the end zone, was able to spin away, and then his pass batted down by Jimmy Ward. 2nd and 10, 38 seconds left.
I can't believe he got away from that. That was amazing.
Eric Armstead
right there on him. He didn't wrap him, he just kind of hit him.
Armstead, who had a sack last week, could have ended the game right there. 2nd down, 10. Prescott in the gun, 2 receivers left, single man to the right. Now Schultz splits out into the right slot. Shotgun snap, Prescott back, looking, throws short right, caught by Schultz. He turns it up and gets knocked out of bounds right at the sticks. Knocked out by Charvarius Ward. They'll put him a yard shy of the 1st down. They give him progress to the 15-yard line, gain of 9, 3rd and 1, 33 seconds to go.
So again, they'll give him that all day. You got to make sure at some point you get the yard here and not go deep twice and end it. You got to get that, but you still need to work the sidelines.
Cowboys will go with twin receivers left and right. Elliott in the backfield, Prescott in the shotgun. Schultz in short motion from the right. Prescott lifts that left leg, gets the snap, back to pass, looks right, throws right to the sideline, caught by Schultz, takes a hit, and steps out of bounds. They're going to say that he didn't get out.
No, he got out, but he got knocked out backward.
Yeah,
if you get knocked out going backwards.
Good call, Mike. So the clock continues to run. 20 seconds, 19, 18. Prescott gets the snap, back to pass, moving left, being chased. Prescott looking, he's for the sideline, jump ball incomplete. Off the hands of Michael Gallup around the 40-yard line with 10 seconds to go. So to go back to that previous play, Mike all over it. Dalton Schultz was out of bounds, but he was hit and went backwards out of bounds. You can't do that to stop the clock. His forward momentum stopped inbounds. That's why the clock continued to roll.
Well, 10 seconds. You could try and get a play, an outside play out of bounds to make it a little closer for a Hail Mary. If not, we're going to see one of those old pitching plays all over the place on the next play.
Ball is at the 24-yard line. 3 receivers right, single man left. Prescott in the shotgun. He's got Elliott to his left. Dak takes the snap. Back to pass. Prescott looking, throws right sideline. That is caught by Schultz, and he steps out of bounds with the 1st down. They'll mark him out at the 39-yard line with just 5 seconds to go. It's a gain of 15, and this may be it for the Cowboys.
So basically what happens here is you got to know which quarterback can throw, right? So you'll try and roll him out. You'll try and pin the defenders and roll him out. So he basically can get a running start toward the line of scrimmage. Can he throw it 60 yards?
Mike, they're going to take a look at this. I don't think Dalton Schultz got 2 feet down of bounds. I think Schultz only had his left foot in bounds.
I never even looked at that. You're right. He did not. Wow, what a mistake that is.
This is a review from upstairs. This might be an expedited review, although Bill Vinovich is going to put the headset on. But, boy, it looked like Schultz had both feet on the ground, but his right foot appeared to come up off the ground, made the catch, left foot down, and then right foot out of bounds. This Close Shave Instant Replay review, sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Choose Barbasol Shaving Cream for a thick lather and close, comfortable shave. Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better by Barbasol.
Well, that's just, what a mistake by Schultz. I mean, just drag the toe. Well, you're right. You were all on that one. He was out of bounds, so that's going back. So now we're going to have the short catch and we're going to have the fun play. Everybody's pitching it all over the place.
You know what your buddy Scott Van Pelt likes to call pitchy woo woo?
Pitchy woo woo. Yeah, that's my man. But
Cowboys offense has already moved back. We haven't had a ruling yet. I think why this maybe is taking so long is they want to make sure, obviously, they have the yard line right. You got to look and make sure you have the down correct, the clock correct. They're looking at all of these different things here. I think they've already determined that Schultz did not have 2 feet down.
So this is such a tough play. I mean, I don't know if it's rarely ever see it work, because the bottom line is you got 5 old linemen out there. And the ball eventually touches at least one of them on a play like this, unless it ends quickly. Any play where you start seeing more than 2 or 3 pitches, an old lineman tends to get involved.
Here's Bill Vinovich.
After reviewing the play, the receiver only had 1 foot in bounds. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So there you go, 3rd and 10 at the 24 with just 5 seconds left. The Cowboys have already lined up in a very interesting formation. They've got offensive linemen split out wide all over the place.
This is like a flag football alignment.
Yeah, it is.
There's no linemen out there at all. It just looks like.
Clock is 6 seconds.
Oh, they're giving them an extra second. That should be the difference, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure they're grateful for that. So you got 2 offensive linemen split wide left, 2 split wide to the right. You've got receivers surrounding them. Right now, it almost looks like Ezekiel Elliott might snap this ball. 49ers are going to take a timeout. They want to just talk about this.
Well, they want to talk about what the hell they're seeing. I mean, me too. You had Zeke look like he was going to snap it. You're right. There were only 4 old linemen out there, 2 on one side, 2 on the other, and everybody was split out.
This looks like that ill-fated Colts fake punts.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the more interesting formations you're ever going to see.
Which means they've worked on this.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt. So the 49ers defense talking it over. John Lynch, general manager, is down on the sideline. He's already handing out handshakes and hugs. He feels secure that the 49ers are headed to Philadelphia for the NFC Championship game. Dallas Cowboys looking to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Well, if this is the way it ends, I think they're the 2 most complete teams in the entire NFL, not just the NFC, Philadelphia and San Francisco.
49ers defense making its way back out on the field. Fred Warner leading the charge, asking for noise. 49er fans on their feet. Cowboys come to the line. Elliott is going to snap the ball. So Ezekiel Elliott is going to snap this to Dak Prescott. Malik Davis is to the right of Prescott. You've got 2 offensive.
Ineligible.
So they're announcing that Elliott is ineligible because he's going to snap. 2 offensive linemen split left. T.Y. Hilton is outside them. Cavante Turpin is inside them. 2 offensive linemen split right. Lamb inside of them. And another receiver out to the right. That's Noah Brown. So Zeke Elliott over the football. He's going to snap it to Prescott. Prescott back to pass. Throws left. Caught by Turpin. Hit and dropped. After all that, they throw it to Turpin. Tackled at the 30, and the game is over. For a 2nd straight year, the 49ers are going to the NFC Championship game. San Francisco 19, Dallas 12. The 49ers will go to Philly with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. And for the Dallas Cowboys, more disappointment. A 7th straight loss in the divisional round. Their season comes to an end with a 7-point loss here to San Francisco. A 19-12 49er victory, and it'll be San Francisco and Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field next week with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line.
much like we saw Purdy picking up in the second half against Seattle. This time around, it was a San Francisco running game that really took charge in the second half and controlled the clock most of the way.
And on that final play, for all the weird alignment, it was just a simple pass to the left, like a slant to Gavante Turpin. For 6 yards, Turpin made the catch, tackled right away by Jimmy Ward. And the 49er defense ends the game. And they are on to the NFC Championship game. 6th consecutive playoff appearance where the 49ers have gone to at least the NFC Championship game. And meanwhile, for Dallas, the drought continues. No championship game appearances since 1995. The 49ers, meanwhile, will play in their 16th conference championship game since 1980. That's the most in the NFL.
Led by a rookie, a 7th round, last pick of the draft rookie in Brock Purdy. Didn't have his best game tonight by any stretch, and a credit to the Dallas defense for that. But that's why this offense has a whole lot of talent. The defense certainly stepped it up in the second half as well.
Purdy 19 of 29 for 214 yards. He is now the 4th rookie quarterback to make a conference championship game, joining Sean King, Joe Flacco, and Mark Sanchez. 7-0 as a starter now for San Francisco. Just amazing what he and this team have done.
But no rookies have ever made it to the Super Bowl.
They have not. Purdy will try to change that next week, and another big challenge for him against that Eagles defense that looks so good. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, 23 of 37, 206 yards, a touchdown, 2 picks. And the Cowboys fall 7 points short, scoring just 12 points today. A team that came in averaging over 27 points per game, 4th best in the NFL. They had been on fire since Dak Prescott came back in week 7, but limited today, just the 12, and they fall here in Santa Clara to the 49ers. We mentioned the stats of Purdy. Another big game for George Kittle. 5 catches for 95 yards. Christian McCaffrey had 10 carries, 35 yards. He had that touchdown for the 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, 14 carries, 51 yards. And the San Francisco 49ers end the game with 113 rushing yards after they were completely shut down running the ball in that first half.
Yeah, didn't see that one coming at all, so a credit to them to stick with it and get the execution that they were getting out there. And you mentioned Dallas and the scoring that they had in yardage. Well, San Francisco at home this year, now 10-1 at home. Point differential, number 1 in the NFL. Turnover differential at home, number 1 in the NFL. And been giving up less than 15 points a game at home, and they continue that tonight.
49ers have not lost since that game here against Kansas City, where they really got embarrassed in the game. I mean, they got blown out. And it was just a couple of weeks later, Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt. Now Brock Purdy comes in, and everybody thinking, oh my gosh, is this the end of the 49ers season? And instead, here they are back in the NFC Championship game. The players celebrating down on the field. Talanoa Hufanga is dancing off the field. Boy, what a great year he has had for this 49ers defense. He's already making his case as being one of the most underrated players in the NFL. A guy that is not underrated. He is great. 49ers middle linebacker Fred Warner standing by downstairs with Ed Werder.
Fred, you had an interception, led the team in tackles. You've been the best defense in football across the board. Did you feel confident you could dominate the game to the extent that you did?
I mean, we knew we had to come out and play great football against a great Dallas team. Like, that's a great football team, and we knew we had to play great at home in front of our fans to earn a shot at going to the NFC Championship, and we did that. You know, great team football.
Pivotal play in the game. Your interception, it seemed like Dak threw into double coverage, ball got deflected. Red zone interception kind of turned the game around. What happened on that play?
Yeah, big-time play by Jimmy Ward. I mean, he had his feet in the ground and collision the receiver, and I just happened to be there to make the interception.
How did it affect your defense for them to lose Tony Pollard for the second half?
No, that was big time because we got a lot of respect for 20. I hope he's all right, but obviously that changed the game for him a little bit, not being able to utilize his speed and explosiveness. We just had to play our style.
You're going to the NFC Championship game for the 3rd time in 4 years. How convinced are you that this is the right matchup? The 2 best teams have made it, and how do you evaluate your chances against the Eagles?
Yeah, I mean, we knew all along what our goal was, right? We've just been going 1-0, and we're going to need 1-0 again this week.
Thanks, Fred. Appreciate it. Congratulations on your shot at the NFC Championship and another chance at the Super Bowl.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks. Go Niners.
Back to you guys.
All right, Ed, thanks very much. Fred Warner, just an outstanding player, had the pick in this game today. And remember, that interception came with Dallas driving. Looked like, at the very least, they were going to get 3 points out of that drive. Instead of tip ball, Fred Warner picks it off. The Niners turn it into a field goal. They end up coming out on top, 19-12.
Yeah, it continued for Dak and the interception since he's been back. We've mentioned it time and time again, led the league in interception since he's been back, and really 2 bad ones. The first one nowhere near the target that was picked off, and that second one, Jimmy Ward did make a nice play, but he was right there. I was surprised Dak threw the ball. Ward tips it up right to a waiting. As Fred Warner said, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, which he was.
12th consecutive win for the San Francisco 49ers. That matches a franchise record winning streak for one season. They did it back in 1984. The final score, the 49ers 19, the Cowboys 12. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our Progressive Insurance Studios with the postgame report. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average. Call or click today. You're listening to the NFL Playoffs on Westwood One.